Hello everyone, today we're back with another ranking video. This time we're going to be ranking the top 5 worst guns in Unturned. Disclaimers, again, this is my opinion. Each one of these guns will do the trick if they're all you have, mostly. And again, like I said in the last one, which you should go watch if you haven't, link in description, I play so much Washington that I have developed a hatred for a few Washington specific guns that we're going to be talking about in this video. Okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get to some honorable mentions. At our 7th and 6th slot, in no particular order, are the nail gun and paintball gun. The reason these two did not make the list is because they were never meant to be taken seriously. They're not actual weapons. That being said, we're still going to talk about them. One nice thing about each of these weapons is they are both internally suppressed, meaning you could take out a burner from far away without alerting any nearby zombies. The problem is, it's going to take 20 headshots to get the job done. These guns do no damage. They also can't be refilled with any ammo boxes. The paintball gun is especially bad because even if you find another magazine, it has to be the same color paintballs to combine them. With the nail gun at least, you can craft a new magazine with 4 nails. But honestly, most of the time, the only thing you should ever pick these up for is the metal scrap. Now, let's get into my top 5 least favorite guns. At number 5 we have the Sports Shot. I contemplated putting this in with the honorable mentions because it sort of feels like a BB gun, which isn't a real gun, but it can be refilled with a civilian ammo box, so I feel like that sort of disqualifies it. The main reason I don't like this gun is because it just takes up space in the loot table that could have been a Schofield or a Hawkhound. The Sports Shot does have 10 rounds, which is more than the Schofield and Hawkhound, but just like the nail gun and paintball gun, you're gonna have to hit 10 headshots in a row to get the kill without reloading. It's also just kinda ugly in my opinion. There's nothing interesting going on here at all. It's just gray. I'm a big fan of the white, gray, black color scale, and this is boring even to me. The Iron Sight 2 is terrible. It's too big and it's not accurate enough to warrant this. At number 4, I have the 1911. This gun might be the objectively worst real gun in the game. Having this feels the same as being unarmed. Early game, especially online, when you're running around either getting chased or shot at by someone with a real gun, finding a gun is a great feeling. Finding a real gun is like, oh, I might have a chance to survive this encounter now, you know? Especially because the 1911 looks like a real gun. The last 3 guns we talked about look exactly the way they perform. The 1911 looks useful. Then you pick it up and hit 7 headshots just to still get obliterated. The Ace and Cobra blow this thing out of the water. I would unironically rather have the nail gun or paintball gun because they have a larger magazine, and it's pretty funny when you manage to get a kill with one. There's nothing funny about the 1911. At number 3 we have the Avenger. The Avenger has a sick name and it looks pretty cool, making it all the more disappointing that it just sucks. It's a military grade firearm but does no damage. The only reason it feels any better than the 1911 is the larger magazine size. I just feel like you should be a little better off with a military grade weapon than you are with the Avenger. I had to put it lower than the 1911 solely because it's a military grade weapon. It costs military ammunition and performs the same or worse than some civilian guns. The Ace and Cobra are way better than the Avenger. At number 2 I have the Master Key. I hate to do this to the Master Key because it also has a sick name and doesn't look bad at all, but only having 2 rounds just brings it all the way down. Don't get me wrong, the Master Key can for sure come in clutch early game when you're fighting over campground loot with another naked, but that's pretty much it. This thing is outclassed by every other shotgun in the game. There's no reason to dedicate your primary weapon slot to the Master Key over anything else. The Sawed-Off, however, is a different story. I really love the Sawed-Off and we wouldn't have that without the Master Key. My number 1, all-time, least favorite, most despised weapon in the game is the Peacemaker. This gun frustrates the life out of me. I understand it shouldn't be as good as the Heartbreaker or there would be no point in carrying one, but this thing is just so bad it hurts. If you're on a crowded server and just getting spawn killed over and over again and you finally make it to a military location and find something other than an Avenger to defend yourself with, it should at least work right. The recoil on this thing is insane, the damage is terrible, the accuracy isn't even very good without the recoil. And it's so ugly, like look at this thing. It doesn't even look like a gun, it's just, ugh. I hate this thing. I hate this gun. I genuinely prefer the Cobra over the Peacemaker. The Cobra can hold 40 rounds with the box magazine, which is only 10 rounds less than the Peacemaker. It only takes civilian ammunition and the recoil is exactly the same. That might be an exaggeration, the Cobra is probably worse. It takes up less space in your inventory though, in case you need to equip a melee weapon or something, and it looks cooler. It's not even that cool, it's just better looking than the Peacemaker. I swear, sometimes it feels like you hit 20 shots with this thing and you only ended up getting the player down to 80 HP. It's just frustrating. Well, now that I've said all that, I kind of feel like I should have reordered some of these. The 1911 is objectively worse than the Avenger. The Avenger is just more disappointing. The Master Key isn't that bad, it's just outclassed by everything in its lane. At the end of the day, these are still my top 5 least favorite guns in the game, no matter what order they're in. They're all bad. All of them. But that's all for now, folks. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe so we can keep this dying game alive. If you enjoyed this ranking style video, you should go check out my top 5 favorite guns. If you're new and just getting started with Unturned, check out my beginner's guide. Thank you all for the support, and thank you for helping me keep Unturned alive.